Hey Ross, well, my money makes money. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. Listen, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. I don't care how old you are, all right? 20, you had kids at a young age. 30, you had kids at your midlife. Or 40, you're getting into the deep, dark parts of your life. I don't care. You're setting your kids up for success. You know why? You don't take 5 or 10 minutes a day and talk to them about money. Every time I get on the phone with my son, we're either talking about, here's some, and I'm gonna be real with you. Some of the topics are sports, right? His education, and what he's doing with his money. And he'll tell you, right? Somehow, some way I'm talking about money. And I try to teach him about paying off his debt, things of that matter, because kids make silly debt because you was a kid and you made silly debt. So you really can't judge your kids. You need to judge yourself first. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful because you're not sitting them down and talking about money, right? Your parents didn't sit you down and talk about money. It's a few of you, right? Your parents taught you something about money, but majority of the people, you're learning this stuff in your mid-20s and late 30s and early 40s about money. And some of you like, oh man, time is running out. It's getting too late. I want to retire at 60. What are you doing for your kids? You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. Because first of all, if your family doesn't have the money to pay off their school debt or school loans, then they're taking out grants and scholarship, but ultimately they're taking out loans. So when they get out of school, they already have to pay their loans off, right? So you have to teach them about putting loans in the firm if they take a class, or the federal government wipe away their student loan for free. I know Bernie Sanders was talking about that, but there was a program with Obama as well. You have to sit down and talk to your kids about money. As a matter of fact, you're setting them up to be unsuccessful. Okay, so if you're not teaching them about investment, with their summer job while they're in college, or their summer job while they're at home, say, hey son, hey daughter, can you put $10 away every paycheck? $10 away every paycheck? That's not a lot of money, because you show them what investments are. Simple math. You can show them an investment chart of $10 every month or $20 every month being invested every month for the next 20 years and what that can equal out to be. And the first thing is, depending on how much they make, now if they make $150 a paycheck, $20, you have to let them know the power of a dollar. Now, a dollar by itself, just sitting, not in an investment account, not in a high yield savings account, it's a dollar, right? But a dollar in a high yield savings account over the course of a month, depending on the interest rate, could be $1.05, $1.10, and then it compounds and compounds and compounds daily, or compounds monthly, depending on what type of account you have. And then investment, depending on the APY or the percentage of the investment account, some people are getting returns of 15 to 30% on their investments, okay? And it depends on how it computes, right? I have my investment automatically reinvesting itself, so not only are my accounts compounding, but I'm also having my dividends reinvested so it can compound with my money. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful because you're not teaching them about money. Very, very simple things about money, right? The basic concepts about money is not just go out and get a job. It's not just go out and work a job and then spend the money you have from that job. Are you teaching about entrepreneurship? Are you teaching them, hey, save your money. You don't have any debt right now. You don't have any bills. Mommy and daddy pays all your bills. You say you want to start a business. Are you going to school for entrepreneurship? Are you taking a side course about entrepreneurship classes? Are you working towards a certification? Help them direct their lives and what they want. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. If you're not sitting down talking about their future, it doesn't really matter what they're doing, long as they're doing something to create wealth for themselves and can take care of themselves while they're still in the home and you're paying majority of all the bills. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful because you're not having these talks. These are real grown adult talks, and you may be looking at your kids like they're children because they're your kids, but they're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are not kids anymore. Okay, these are not kids anymore. A couple of them are 2 years or so away from being what we call grown at 18, and the others are a couple of years away from being outside the home okay? Being outside the home and starting relationships and lives, but they have no concept of money. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. They have no concept of money. They don't have an idea how to invest. They don't have an idea about real estate. Did you ever teach your kids and sit them down and say, this is how I bought this house. This is what it took to buy this house. Under this particular loan, FHA, I had to put down 8%. Under this conventional loan, I had to put down 10%, or I had to put down 20%. However the loan was constructed and the type of loan that you have, the amount of percentage that you have to put down. Did you walk them through how to buy a house? Did you teach them about that the value of homes different in different neighborhoods and how the stock market actually fluctuate interest rates between homes? Have you taught them that? Have you done that? Have you set your kids down and talked about money? You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. That's what you're doing. Did you tell them the power of a savings account? Of having emergency money just in case. They have some sort of emergency with their vehicle, their home, or one of their kids if they have kids. Have you talked to them about that? Have you talked to them about it? Or did you just mention it? Like, you need to save your money. I was told that my whole life. I had no concept or idea. Save my money for what? What am I saving my money for? You give them your life experiences. You sit them down and say, I remember I was traveling from DC to Texas and I didn't have any money and my car broke down and had a flat tire. And I didn't have a spare tire. And then teach them how you get to how do you get to Texas, Dad? I didn't. I had to call one of my boys and pick me back up because my dumb ass didn't have no money that I saved up, because every time I got $1, I spent $1. Have you taught them about emergency fund? Have you taught them about saving their money? Have you told them? I don't think you have. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. You was unsuccessful early in your life, and then you got your life together, and now you want your kids to go through a maze blindfolded. They're going through a maze blindfolded. Think about that. It's not a straight line to success, right? It's a maze. You have to figure these things out. Or you look at other successful people and you're like, oh, that's how he became successful. Let me write that down. But what you're doing is you're telling your kids with the lights off, here's this huge maze, and you have to walk through it blindfolded. And your son, your daughter's like, but Dad, didn't you walk this maze already? I did, but you can figure it out. Why would you do that? You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful. And I'm pleading with you, I'm begging with you, I'm asking you to be a mother, to be a father. I don't care if they don't want to listen to you. You say it with a kind heart, with a low tone. Let me say it again. You say it with a kind heart, with a low tone. And you take 15 minutes of their time, because we know the extension span is very, very short. 15 to 20 minutes, you let them go. Maybe a week from now, you kind of recap on that and you move to another topic. You can tell them about the 4 tiers of money, right? Debt, don't get into it. Create a budget. What is the most powerful tool in your toolbox? That should be one of the first things once they get a job, to create a budget and the importance of a budget. I'm off of it. Savings, how to save money, why to save money, where to put your savings in a high yield savings account with no fees attached to that account. Then investments, teach them about investments, different types of investments. And then lastly, credit. Have them to understand the power of having a great credit score, different options they will have if they ever needed to lend money. That the difference between a good credit score, getting a loan at 1% to 2%, and a bad credit score, getting loans at 10% to 20%. You're setting your kids up to be unsuccessful, and it's quite daunting, and it's tiring, and it's just horrible. I need you to go and talk to your kids about money at least once a week. 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Don't go past 20 because you know you'll lose them. This is Ross World. Don't set your kids up to be unsuccessful because you were once unsuccessful, but now you're doing okay, and maybe you're even successful, and you want your kids to be better off than when you were. Teach your kids, set up your kids to be successful, even more than you. I'm out.